This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Now we're doing safety goggles, safety glasses, and splash shields.
A local company is changing its production and is now working to help protect those on the front lines.
Thousands of Hoosiers are now without a job because of the COVID-19 pandemic. A local company is now hiring, and it wants you. Everything you need to know in our Hiring Hoosiers report.
And today was supposed to be tax day, but the coronavirus pushed back the due date. Why you should not wait until the last minute to file this year. Good evening. I'm Amanda Starantino at the RTV6 studios.
And I'm Mark Mullins, broadcasting from home. RTV6 is committed to practice social distancing, just like all of you are as well. And first at 6 o'clock here, the state of Indiana reports 49 new COVID-19 deaths. In total, 436 Hoosiers have died from the coronavirus. The state health department also says there are 440 new cases. So far, 8,955 people in Indiana have tested positive for coronavirus, and 48,396 people in the state have been tested.
And we are learning more about what the state is doing to make sure there is enough personal protection equipment, or PPE, for those on the front lines. They have teamed up with numerous companies in Indiana who are now shifting their production lines. One of those companies is based in Marion County. Megan Sanctorum explains how Fatherd's Eyewear is contributing.
This is Fatheads Eyewear in Speedway.
We make eyewear for people with larger than normal heads like mine.
They typically specialize in glasses and sunglasses like this, but now the focus has shifted to safety goggles, safety glasses, and face shields.
My whole idea with this was, let's start doing personal protection equipment. I had the opportunity and was able to find the right people to partner with and team up with to do this manufacturing.
Fatheads is just one of several Hoosier companies working with the state to provide these types of supplies to frontline medical workers. Between Fatheads and other local businesses, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation has been able to secure more than 2.5 million pieces of various PPE.
Very honored to be able to be a part of it, me and all of the people that I work with here.
He says they drop the equipment off for the National Guard, who then distributes it to area medical facilities. He also tells us he's gotten requests from numerous other states and private hospitals.
Really what it boiled down to was about trying to, help the folks on the front line stay safe. And secondly, it was about providing for my work family here and trying to make sure that we all still had a place to go when this was all over with, because it will be over with, but it isn't quite yet.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
And we'll have a full list of Hoosier companies working with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation to create personal protective equipment, posted on our website, theindychannel.com.
I know there's a lot of spaces that are just sitting empty out there. I'm seeing it day after day, and why not put a little good to it?
Popular home rental website Airbnb is offering COVID-19 responders places to stay while they fight the pandemic. Airbnb is calling the program Frontline Stays. We first talked with an Indianapolis couple a few weeks ago when they put their home on the market. RTV6's Stephanie Wade catches up with them and sees how much the need has grown.
It makes you feel like you're doing something good, something good in this whole mess.
Jax Von Leria and Michael Hoster are longtime Airbnb hosts for 6 years now. When Jax lost his job, he wanted to put his effort into something meaningful in this time of need, opening their home to healthcare workers and first responders as a place to stay to avoid potentially infecting their families amid the pandemic.
And we started hearing stories of people sleeping in the cars, and we decided to open one of our units for nurses, doctors, and people that they were commuting from far, or people that they have compromised in their homes.
They're now on to hosting their second healthcare worker, a part of Airbnb's Frontline Stays program, offering free or discounted stays to COVID-19 responders.
We had one girl for a long weekend. She couldn't go home because of her son had a stem cell transplant, so she was in danger. This girl that's over there now is working the front line. She's actually working in the ER.
Making sure that the hospitals know that this is a resource that they can offer to their staff and to frontline workers is really important.
The couple tells me they've found purpose hosting the heroes of our community. They even started making care packages for them, getting restaurants to donate food and making face masks of their own for their guests to bring to their coworkers.
I'm terrible at sewing, but I'm trying.
The governor weighing in today.
I know at the Alexander here, there's such a firefighter that's been able to safely find quarter in a hotel and not have to worry about their job at work and then their job as dad at home. And so it is immensely appreciated what folks are doing to go out of their way to get us through this, one family at a time.
I just hope that when people see the story that they'll want to join.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
Well, the Alexander Hotel, which the governor just mentioned, is also offering free accommodations for healthcare workers. The Drury Inn, Hilton Garden Inn, and Indianapolis Marriott East are also offering discounted stays at their hotels. To become an Airbnb host or to learn more about Frontline Stays, the program we were talking about, we'll attach a link on our website at theindychannel.com.
And if you're on the hunt for a job, Hiddle Landscape wants to hire you, and they are willing to train new hires. Troy Washington is working for you to explain how the Hamilton County Landscaping Company is giving people a chance to start a new career.
Springtime in landscaping is super busy. It's a $93 billion industry.
Scott Heinemeyer is the VP of Human Resources for Hiddle Landscaping, as some companies are doing cutbacks. His company is hiring Hoosiers.
If you don't have experience, maybe you worked in an industry where you're experiencing a layoff or a furlough as a result of this crazy COVID-19 crisis. We are always looking for humble, hungry, and smart individuals.
He says experience is a plus for some roles, but it isn't necessary. They are willing to train.
As long as they have a great attitude and a strong willingness to learn.
Hiddle Landscaping has been beautifying Hamilton County and beyond since the 1970s. A company deeply rooted in the tradition of upholding their core values of honesty, innovation, thankfulness, and teamwork.
We have quite a few open positions this year. This time of year, we are hiring for crew members and crew leaders.
The company is making landing a job as easy as going to their website and following the directions. Heinemeyer says people might apply in search of something temporary, but
they might discover that landscaping in the green industry is something that they really enjoy.
Working for you in Hamilton County, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And the company updates those job listings on their site pretty frequently. We've got more resources for you when you read this story on theindychannel.com.
Thousands of Hoosiers have lost their jobs because of the economic toll that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused.
But hiring Hoosiers continues to be our commitment to connect you to job opportunities, and there are some available right now. It's time for the Hiring Hoosiers job feed. 5-Star Senior Living is looking to hire dietary aid workers in its dining department, full-time certified nursing assistants, full-time licensed practical nurses, a full-time activity assistant in assisted living, and a full-time activity assistant in memory care. CNA and LPN applicants must be certified and licensed.
Pet products company Chewy.com is planning to fill 640 new positions by the end of the month. Full and part-time positions are available.
And Discount Filters and air and water filter manufacturer in Greenwood is looking to hire between 30 to 40 new employees.
The Indianapolis Fire Department is looking for new firefighters as well. Reach out to them for a list of requirements if you're interested.
Also, Kroger stores are hiring as the demand for food and other products increases during Indiana's stay-at-home order.
We have links for you to apply for all of these positions up on hiringhoosiers.com. Plus, while you're there, look at the Hiring Hoosiers job board. There are dozens of other positions that you can apply for as well.
RTV6 is working together with the United Way of Central Indiana. We are teaming up for the COVID-19 Community Economic Relief Fund. The initiative supports organizations that serve people and families affected by the pandemic. You can donate to the fund by texting HELP 2020 to 91999. And we have everything you need to know about the COVID-19 pandemic in Indiana up right now on our website. That includes the latest numbers and what they mean, frequently asked questions, a list of COVID-19 symptoms, and again, companies who are hiring. Just go to theindychannel.com/coronavirus.
If you haven't filed your taxes yet, tax preparers say you should do it soon. Even though the filing deadline has been extended to July 15th, filing early allows you to get your refund earlier, or if you owe, you can plan for how to pay that. Tax preparer Paul Somm says that filing as soon as possible also protects your identity.
There really are a couple advantages to filing now as opposed to waiting. The biggest thing, the first major advantage is keeping your Social Security number safe. One of the scams that we've seen in the past few years is people filing on other people's Social Security numbers. So if you file as soon as you have all of your proper documentation, you keep not only your Social Security number safe, but you also keep any of your dependents' numbers safe.
Somm says you need to remember unemployment earnings are taxable, and if you did not get the full stimulus amount this year, you may be able to get the difference on next year's taxes.
And tomorrow marks the funeral services for IMPD officer Brian Leith, who will be laid to rest at Crown Hill Cemetery after services at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This police officer funeral will look different than others as we deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Only 10 people will be in the actual services, and police officers will attend but stay in their cars and separated. They'll step out at one point as a trailer is pulled past for them to each drop a carnation into the trailer for Officer Leith.
This is a newer tradition in law enforcement funerals. The white of the carnation signifying purity of heart. The tip of the flower will be a red stain, which is to signify the spilled blood of an officer.
If you want to step outside to say goodbye for the procession, IMPD encourages you to do so, but says to stay in your yard and observe social distancing. We have all the details on the route in this story on the RTV6 app. Again, a virtual service for Officer Leith will be held tomorrow at 11 a.m. We will show you the funeral live right here on RTV6, in the RTV6 app, and on our website, theindychannel.com.
A handful of businesses on Main Street here at Speedway are open, and that now includes Dawson's on Main. I'm Brad Brown. We'll show you how this part of the city is making it happen, coming up on RTV6.
And I'm Dave First. Every sports organization in the country trying to figure out how to get through these rough waters of COVID-19, and that includes the Indiana Pacers. Kevin Pritchard talks about that and more coming up in our Sports Extra Spotlight.
And the snow was somewhat elusive today. I think it'll be more widespread tomorrow night into Friday morning, along with some rain. We'll have all of those details straight ahead.
Restaurants all over the area have continued to serve their communities over the past month, and local residents are showing their support.
One spot in downtown Speedway is joining a few of its neighbors in serving up some familiar favorites. Brad Brown visited Main Street for how they're all doing.
Since 2006, Dawson's on Main has held down this corner of downtown Speedway. After a month closed on the state's shutdown orders, Wednesday saw Dawson's get back to business.
Waited 31 days, and it's time to get the grills fired up. We've had so many reach out and want to support us, but we wanted to do it smart. And I wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. That's our number one goal. Our number two goal is to serve our customers, because that's our lifeblood there.
3 days a week, we are ordering food from restaurants that are open just to give a boost to our employees, because we're not all in the office every day. We were all excited to come here and pick up lunch.
You know, the regular customers we miss the most. You know, that's who keeps our lights on, and that's who support us 365 days out of the year, and that's who we miss.
Dawson's is adding itself to a short list of businesses that remain open here in downtown Speedway. Normally, they'd be getting ready for a busy month of May. That will be August now. But for those that are open, they're saying they continue to get great support from the Speedway community.
As far as business goes, if we're not busy one day, another place is, and it's great for the community. It really is. And it bodes very well for the future. People stick together and they look out for each other.
O'Reilly's Pub is just a block up from Dawson's. They've stayed open with limited hours and a smaller menu. Owner Joel Wright says the support from the community has been a two-way street.
We offer family meals. You pay what you can for a meal. Our meals feed 4 to 6 people. I've had great residents of Speedway and Indianapolis donate money to feed these families also that need it.
The servers, bartenders, we've had so many of them for so long that they miss their customers. You know, you take it for granted, really you do. When you don't see someone that comes in 2-3 times a week, it's a neighborhood bar and grill. It's a community thing, and they miss them.
And while they'll have to wait a little longer for these blocks to come to life, these businesses will be ready to wave the green flag when the time comes. Working for you in Speedway, Brad Brown, RTV6.
And thank you, Brad. We'll dish out some weather information for you now. Maybe you saw some snow showers, light snow today, anywhere from Indy to the north. Let me take you well north into northern Indiana. This is Chesterton, enough to cover the ground. Meet Baxter, a Bernese mountain dog, loving the snow. I think the snow that covers the ground will drop a little more to the south during the nighttime tomorrow into Friday, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Another windy day, a cold wind gusting over 40 miles per hour in the metro area. Now it's all about the temperatures as the wind calms down, and it's done that somewhat, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. It will drop even more after the sun sets, and our temperatures will fall. I'm duty bound, not that often in April, but we've got to give you the combination of the temperature and wind chill. It feels like 27 in Peru, 31 in the metro area. Temperatures generally in the low 40s to mid 40s. Terre Haute and Columbus both at 45 degrees. Temperatures during the day tomorrow will bounce back. We're going to be dry tonight as the snow and rain move off to the east. We just follow the falling thermometer. Temperature 35 as skies clear by 10 o'clock tonight. Then during the morning hours tomorrow, this is how cold. That freeze warning until 9 a.m. Temperatures mid-20s, a few spots about 28. Indianapolis this morning was at 29. 48 degrees at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We're dry during the daylight hours, but watch what happens tomorrow night. 7 to 11, some rain and snow move in. The snow from Indy to the north, that trend of snow north of Indy continues through the overnight into the morning hours on Friday. The computer models are all over the place as far as snowfall potential, but we could have a few inches of accumulation that will melt quickly in the northern portion of the state. From Lafayette to Tipton to Muncie north, the most likely area to see the accumulating snow the way we see it right now. 7-day forecast. You ready to turn the corner? We'll do that. Sunday, 59 degrees. That's after a sunny Saturday. In the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That will feel so good.
Bring it on. All right, Kevin.
It already sounds so good.
Thank you for that. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, you know, tonight would have marked the regular season finale for the Pacers. Before the season was suspended due to coronavirus, the team was scheduled to play tonight in Washington, D.C.
The team had some big expectations and still do after the team's president is preaching patience. Dave first with the Sports Extra Spotlight.
They'd like to get a little bit more production from Oladipo.
It's now been over a month since the Pacers have played a game and winning more times than not, and with an eye towards the playoffs. In a Zoom interview, team president Kevin Pritchard says it's hit everyone in the organization.
I don't know if I was prepared to understand what players were going through, because you have this regiment and then it's gone. And, you know, I can feel it in my own self, to be honest with you. That first couple of weeks, I was like, wait a second, you know, something's missing.
Among it, momentum. The Pacers had won 8 of the last 11 before things came to a halt. And Commissioner Adam Silver isn't about to rush a return. In fact, the earliest a decision could be made about possibly continuing the season would be May. Even then, Commissioner says, okay, we're going to go. But there's got to be a period, I would think, where you're going to need a week or 2 weeks to get everybody back into game shape.
I would say 2 or 3 weeks minimum, and then play some games. But you know, we're going to have to be cautious because, you know, we got to get them back to a point where they can play at the highest level too.
Until then, Kevin says the team's strength and conditioning staff checks in daily on the players' workout program. There's even a 90-minute group Zoom meeting every week, with most of the guys finding a local gym in between.
And I applaud that. You know, it's like they're torn because they want to get in the gym, they want to get a good workout, they want to be playing 1-on-1, 2-on-2, but I think the most important thing that they can possibly do is adhere to these social distancing rules and get out of this as fast as we can.
No one wants a safe return to the season quite like Kevin Pritchard. A return to the smiles, a chance to see just how hungry this team is. But for now, there's an empty feeling. In your opinion, how much does this country, the world perhaps, need sports?
Boy, I don't know if there's ever been a time where we need it more. I'm a big believer that, sports brings us together in a unique way, and that we miss that. We definitely miss that, Dave.
A season that, for many reasons, can't return soon enough. Day 1st, RTV6 Sports. Time for another RTV6 Senior Salute, honoring the graduating spring sport athletes. And tonight, a visit to Guerin Catholic and a senior salute to infielder Keenan Taylor. Leadoff man helped the Golden Eagles to an 18-7 record a year ago, claiming the Circle City Conference Championship. He's only grown in the offseason, ready to capitalize after also being named All-Conference last season. Keenan isn't going very far. He's set to play at Butler in 2021. If you'd like to recognize a senior spring sport athlete, email me at dave.first@WRTV.com.
Check up at Golden Oak Lending.
After that rain and snow late tomorrow night and Friday, we'll raise the bar. Temperatures close to 60 on Sunday.
RTV6, your choice for news. We'll see you at 7.